Hi, welcome to your video on one-step equations using formulas. Your I can statement, which you need to write on your notes, is I can use one-step equations to solve real-world problems involving formulas. What are the formulas? You need to know what they are before we can do anything at all. There are three main ones that we will be using. The first one is perimeter. So go ahead and copy this down. The perimeter formula is P equals 2 times your length plus 2 times your width. So P equals 2L plus 2W. The second one is temperature. We will be using and working with temperature. Your formula for that to find the Fahrenheit temperature is 1.8 Celsius plus 32. So whatever your Celsius is, multiply that by 1.8 and then add 32. That would be your temperature converting from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And the last one is distance, when you're using distance things, and time is D equals R times T. The D stands for distance. The R stands for rate. And the T stands for time. So make sure you get that down. Those are probably fairly new and you need to know what those letters stand for. Alright, the question, which goes on the left-hand side, how do I use the formulas to solve real-life problems? You will need to copy this down. So you're going to be doing a little bit more writing than usual, but it shouldn't take you too long. A rectangular table has a length of 14.5 inches and a width of 8.5 inches. What's the perimeter? And you will need to use the formula P equals 2L plus 2W. So what you're going to do is plug in for what you know. We don't know the perimeter, that's what we're trying to find. However, we do know the length is 14.5, and we know that the width is 8.5. Okay, and then we can do the math following order of operations. So 14.5 times 2 would give you 29 plus, and then 8.5 times 2 will give you 17. And then you need to continue. So P equals, and then 29 plus 17 will give you an answer of 46. This is a real-world situation, so 46 inches will be my perimeter. All right, problem number 2 for you is the temperature reading in your car says -4 degrees Celsius. Use the formula F equals 1.8 C plus 32 to find the Fahrenheit temperature. So again, you're going to use that formula, F equals 1.8 C plus 32, and you're going to plug in what you know. I know it's -4 degrees Celsius, so I'm going to put that number in and then follow order of operations. 1.8 times -4 will give me a negative answer, and that ends up being 7.2. You should not need a calculator for that. You should be able to do that on your own. And then we need to add 32. Then we can take that 7.2 and add 32, which will give us an answer of 24.8. We're talking real life situations, so 24.8 degrees Fahrenheit is the answer to the problem. Next and last, third example for you, make sure you're copying all of this down. Suppose you ride your bike 18 miles in 3 hours. Use the formula D equals R times T to find your average speed. We did talk about what D equals R times T meant. It's distance equals rate times time. So you're going to input what you know. 18 miles, that's your distance. 3 hours is your time. So we're going to plug that in. So 18 equals R times 3. And then we're going to use what we know to solve this problem and solve for R. So we're multiplying by 3, which means I need to divide by 3 on both sides. Now, r is all by itself, which is what we wanted. 18 divided by 3 is 6, so r equals 6. Real life context means my speed was 6 miles per hour, approximately. This is the end of your video. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.